to Sajid to get an FNO picture, and here's FNO 360. Sajid?
Thank you, Aisha, for that. Welcome to FNO 360. Let's start by looking at the Nifty futures there. How Nifty futures, Nifty is, as you see, is flat at this point in time, but we saw earlier in the day some kind of short covering, as a result of which the open interest fell by nearly 1.6% for the Nifty. In NIFTY Bank, again, the index is holding on to a positive territory, but we are seeing some positions getting added. There's some shorts getting built up in NIFTY Bank as you speak. The premium at 214 rupees or so. If you look at the NIFTY Bank snapshot, that gives you a mixed thing of, there has been some long buying happening in HDFC Bank and Kotak Bank, which is there, and IndusInd Bank. So private banks are doing slightly well. Some of the other banks like ICICI Bank and Axis Bank are seeing some short build up and long unwinding, including Bank of Baroda, where we have seen some long unwinding there, and SBI and Bank of India are seeing some long build up as we speak. If you look at how the entire trade is now happening, because we are just one day away from the weekly expiry. If you look at the March 17 expiry, we are seeing a good put writing happening at 23,200 as we speak. There is a 23,100 put writing. Put writers are active in 23,100 and 23,000, and this is a level that you should be looking at for. There is an active build up happening at 22,800, not only in this week's distribution, but also in the next week, which is March 23rd also, where we are seeing some build up happening. If you look at the distribution pattern here, 22,800 again, is showing a strong build up of put options there. 23,000 is the next support, and as we speak, 23,200 is where the tussle is happening between the writers for call and put. We saw the index marginally coming into the negative as we speak, and that's where we are seeing the call writers now becoming a little more active. In the futures gainers, you have Ultratech, where we have seen the stock futures up nearly 2.5%, Grasim is up 2.4%, and Varun Beverages up 1.64%. Among losers, you have stocks like IOC, HPCL, two OMCs which are down over 4%, and rightly so. You have the model code of conduct which have come into play, and as a result of which there may not be any price hikes in fuel, and that means the impact will be entirely borne by the OMCs, and that's what is getting reflected in the stock. 4% down, both of them, HPCL and IOC, and Bandhan is down also 4% in today's trade. Among open interest gainers, you're going to see Hindalco, where the open interest is up by 3%, and there's a long build-up which is happening. Maruti, short build-up happening. The stock is slightly weak in today's trade. The open interest is up 3%, and Solar Industries, again, short build-up seeing, and the stock up, open interest up nearly 2.6%. Solar has been running up, and there's some, correction or, profit booking happening in Solar as we speak. Among the losers or in open interest, you have CAMPS, NBCC and Tata Tech, all of them seeing a long unwinding with open interest down over 1%. Among the most active stock options, you have stock like HDFC Bank, 820 March call. The premium is up 3.2 rupees, and we're seeing unwinding of open interest of nearly 38,000 contracts down there. The other stock which is active is Maruti 12,000 March put, where the premium is up nearly 49 rupees, and the contracts, open interest contracts, are up by nearly 3.3 lakh odd contracts or so. So it's a mixed bag, and the market is trying to figure out what's happening for the Nifty there. We've seen the Nifty coming down to a negative territory, and we're seeing the call writers now active at this point in time. Back to you, Aisha.
Right, okay, that's the picture across the FNO snapshot, and it's getting a little bit choppy, although today we are a lot more range bound, and so far at least it's a narrow band.